Hi, this video is for Escamilla Company. This is Norma, independent SEO and lead generation specialist. First of all, I wanted to say thanks for your response to my post on Facebook regarding some SEO tips. Now, I do know you're busy with the business, but I want to make sure I get this video out to you. That way you can apply the tips that I give you to your business website. All I ask for is some feedback on the video if you don't mind. And at the end, if you feel like you could use the information or need some help on your business website, feel free to reach out to me. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. There are basically three main SEO tips I wanted to go over with you. And those are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, these are the top three things that search engines crawl your web page for to determine if your site is worth ranking on top or on that first page of a search. So first thing is content, and that's basically anything you can see that's on your front page here. So it includes the pictures, what the pictures are saved as well as the wording. So make sure you have enough unique, relevant, high-quality text, or at least 1,500 words that speak about your business. This allows you to add in some keywords or key phrases that people are going to be using to search for businesses that offer your services. This is really going to help you get found in the search engines. Now, I do see that you don't have that, that 1,500 words with the keywords. So what I would do, and what I would recommend for this front page of yours, is go to your services here, and take a look at all these services, put them all on your front page, and maybe jot down 2 or 3 sentences for each one. And that way, it'll be something again that the search engines such as Google and Bing and Yahoo, they'll crawl this web page and know that this really speaks about what your business is about. And then the other thing that I talked about is pictures. So if I do save as on this picture, so this is good. It has Escamilla Company. I would even, instead of put home, I would put, like let's say Houston, Texas, Katy, Texas, wherever you're at. And I saw some pictures on here. So again, this one, let's see. Okay, so instead of just putting services, I would list maybe kitchen remodel. Again, in the city. So kitchen remodel in Houston, Texas, kitchen remodel in Sugar Land, something like that. Same thing with these pictures down here. Okay, so that's just saved as a number. Again, change that to one of your services. And so that's just one way. And the other thing too, when we go back on to the home page, I would even add more photos and tag it appropriately according to the services that you provide. Okay, so that's it for content. Now, the second thing that I want to go over with you is citations. So if I do a search, and I did a search earlier, and I just put a really generic term, I put general contractor, Houston, Texas, which is probably not the best term to search for, but since that's basically your company, I went ahead and put that on there. And so with that, whenever you do a search for that, usually the first thing you see on top are ads, and sometimes the ads are on the bottom, and I believe this one does have the ads on the bottom. Yep, so you see the term ad with the URL in front of that. Now those are paid Google ads, and the thing about it is that it's good to have your ads up here. If you pay Google, they're going to put you up on the front page, and it really depends too on how many ads are in your industry, how many people are advertising. But it's good for when you're first starting out, or you're trying to first rank your web page and you're trying to get traffic. Anytime you're not on this first page, it's a good idea to get an ad out until you actually get onto this front page. Because this is where you want to be. This is where a majority of your customers are going to be coming in. This is where a majority of the customers are going to be clicking on websites. And the only thing about the ads is once you stop paying Google, your website will disappear unless you're actually, listed somewhere down here. And I'll show you how to get there. So going back to citations. Citations has a lot to do with this map section right here. And so a citation basically is listing your company name and the city and state, or just a full address, Most service industries just put city and state and then phone number onto online directories. And an online directory is simply a website out there that allows businesses to add their business information. So I'm talking about things such as Yellow Pages Online, Yelp, Home Advisor, House, and some of these are down here. The bluebook.com is another. So, you know, the thing is you have to get a Google My Business account if you don't have one already. And I always recommend having a Google My Business account too, because that's another way of getting seen somewhere online. Now, the more citations or the more times you list your business name, address, and phone number on these online directories, the more likely you'll be seen up here. So for this HM General Contractors, the strategy that I use for my clients is I look at their competitors and see how many online directories they're on. And so let's say they're on, let's say 25 directories. I try to get those same 25 directories. I use a tool to see what directories they're on. And then I try to get the same 25 and add more. So maybe get 50, you know, and then that way I end up knocking out one of these three. And there's usually three businesses that are listed here on this map section. If you see more, they're usually ads. Okay, so that's it for citations. Again, get a Google My Business account and start getting yourself on online directories. Okay, so the final thing I want to go over with you is backlinks, and that has a lot to do with this section down here. So under the map section, you have what they call organic search. And organic search lists the top 10 websites that have to do with whatever search term I put up here. And again, it's so generic that whenever you put something generic in a big city like this, you're going to end up getting like these website directories or some really big national or statewide companies. So these are, you know, when I look at your website and I look at, for example, this one, they're at a higher level. So in other words, you know, they have a store, where the customers can come in and kind of pick materials and so forth, where I'm seeing yours as just, you know, the services where they offer both products and services. And again, this is more of I think it's more of a national one because I've seen their website pretty much in a lot of places where it has to do with general contractor. And the same thing with these. So here's another online directory. This is an online directory. Angie's is another one. Thumbtack is another one for an online directory. So a lot of online directories that you'll see up here in big companies. So going on to page 2, I'm trying to find your competitor. And I did do a search earlier, so I kind of know where I'm going to be headed to. These are more ads. Okay, this one again, this is a big company. In other words, they're not just located in Houston or the surrounding area. I mean, so I try to look for something that's more local. This one's a little bit more localized, but again, it's still bigger. I think this was the closest that I came to, that it's still big, but came close to what you're offering. Okay, so they do both commercial and residential. And actually theirs is pretty big too. There's one more that I was looking at. It was more toward the bottom. Here we go. So the Houston contractor, they're more local. So this one here, want to show you their services. So as you can see, it probably matches yours a little bit more. Okay, so when I looked at what they offered here, it kind of looks like what you offered as well. So I chose this to compare your site to. Now, there's a tool when it comes to that third thing I was talking about. And let me go back. So that's your competitor, Fuller Contractors. So there's a tool that I can use. It's called Ahrefs or Ahrefs. And what I did is, here it is, and it's a subscription. What I did is I put your URL on there, And I use this for my clients so I can see how their website is doing. And according to this, you have, what a backlink is another website that's linking back to yours. And that way it gives you more relevance and keywords saying that you are actually a general contractor and you actually offer the services that you say that you offer on your website. So using this tool, I see that you have 5 websites that are referring back to yours, and that's giving you 17 backlinks. Again, the more referring domains and backlinks you have, the more traffic you're going to get as far as organic traffic. And so this is yours, and then I also went to your competitors, FullerContractors.com, and they have 8 referring domains giving them 38 backlinks. Now let me show you a comparison, because with yours, with 5 referring domains giving you 17 backlinks, now historically you have 7 domains, and historically you had 25, so this is cumulative. Now it's so I guess new, your website may be so new and doesn't have enough keywords, enough relevant content, that it's not giving you any organic traffic. Whereas on Fuller Contract, with those 8 domains and 38 backlinks, and being on the second page of that Google search and having 132 keywords, that's giving them a traffic of 15 lands on their webpage per month. Now that may be not a lot, and really isn't, because when I'll show you that other company that I showed that we brought up earlier, that I said that was a national one. And so their name was Legal Eagle Contractors. So they have 785 domains referring back to their website. Remember, this is kind of like a national company. Backlinks, over 4.42 thousand backlinks. But look at how much traffic they're getting per month. So they have 11.3 thousand lands on their webpage. So they're getting a lot of customers landing on their webpage, probably inquiring, getting estimates, quotes, etc. Or all the organic keywords as well. Again, you know, I wouldn't worry about them because they're more of the national one. And we can definitely talk more about trying to get yours more localized, so that way they're not showing up as your competitor. Okay, so that's basically it as far as content, citations, and backlinks. So as you can see on the backlinks, especially for this guy, remember we were talking about how they have historically, so this is cumulative. Cumulatively, they've had over close to 2,000 referring domains and over close to 15,000 backlinks. Now, that's a lot different from 785, but it's really showing us that they have someone working on their website. And this is where an SEO specialist comes in, because you're going to end up losing some domains, people referring to you, and you're going to end up losing some backlinks. And that's going to drop you down from the, eventually, from that first page or second page, wherever you're ranking, it's going to drop your rankings back down. So very important to have that. Same thing with this Fuller Contractors. So they've had historically 25 down to 8 referring domains, 78 backlinks down to 38. So definitely need someone to keep an eye on your website and try to get as much as we can so we can rank you organically. So a lot of technical stuff that go into it. Hopefully, though, it's been helpful information for you. And like I said, feel free to take the information and tips, use them for yourself, see how they work. Just give me a heads up to let me know what you thought about the video. And like I said, if you'd like to know more and need help with your website, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.